So you stopped working out. You stopped training. You stopped taking care of yourself. You stopped eating right. And it could have been because you got injured. It could have been because you got busy. It could have been because you got depressed. But whatever it was, it took you way off the reservation. And now you're trying to get back to where you once were. But it's hard. And in so many ways, starting again is harder than starting from the beginning. And that's because right now, everything's wrapped up in ego. You feel like you gave it all away. You have a vision of what you once were, and you feel like you gave it all away. And I run into so many guys who are in their mid-30s to late 40s, and they're so hard on themselves. They feel like they're not worth it anymore. And they're in such bad mental places because they feel like they gave their youth away. What I want to do in this video is I want to talk about some of the mental hang-ups people have in getting back to training and in getting back to a place where they're working on their fitness and trying to become stronger again. And the reason why I want to do this is because the mental hang-ups in many ways are harder than overcoming a physical injury. A lot of us have the capability to train. A lot of us have the time to train, but we don't do it because we don't feel like we're worth it, and we don't feel like it's good use of our time. And so the first thing that I'm going to recommend to you, the first really vital aspect of this is that you've got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive yourself for the time you've taken off. You got to forgive yourself for letting it all go. And you have to allow yourself the opportunity to start again. You have to say, all right, that's all in the past, and every day brings with it a new opportunity to improve yourself. So starting tomorrow, you wake up and you say, you know what? I'm going to start today. I'm going to start right now. I'm going to start getting myself back on that path. And you don't worry about what you did in the past. You don't worry about what you did last week. You worry about tomorrow. And then you worry about the next day. And then you worry about the day after that. Forgive yourself and start building consistency back into your life. The next thing is this. You want to set a small, attainable goal that you can get to within the first 4 to 6 weeks. Now, I'm not talking about something that's so easy that you can do it in a few days. It should take 4 to 6 weeks to get to this goal. Maybe it's putting 10 pounds on your squat. Maybe it's putting 5 pounds on your bench press. Maybe it's just getting to the gym 4 times a week over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Whatever it is, set the goal and make sure it's something that you can attain in that time period. And once you do this, it'll allow you to understand that you can accomplish something, that you're not trapped, that if you put your mind to something, you can get it done. And then that's going to allow you to set your sight on larger goals. If you try to accomplish something too big at the beginning, then it's just going to lead to frustration. I've run into so many guys and had so many clients who would get so upset because they didn't have a six-pack in the first 4 weeks. You got to set something that's attainable for you. You have to understand that your body might not work like it used to. Things are going to be slower, but that's no reason not to keep going. The next thing is this. You got to tell people about your goals. You got to tell your spouse. You got to tell your coworkers. Maybe you set up a competition with your coworkers. How many times can we get to the gym in a week? And, you know, the winner gets maybe a pool of cash or maybe a gift certificate to a restaurant or something. But telling people about your goal is going to create a supportive environment for you. And it's going to enlist people on your team, either through competition or through support, that are going to help you to get to where you want to go. It's going to create a good social setting for you to accomplish the goals that you want to get done in that time period. The next thing is this. You need to find somebody who's going to help you along your way. Now, that could be a trainer, that could be a training partner. It could be somebody in your gym that you just look up to. Maybe you join a class. Maybe it's a CrossFit class or a jiu-jitsu class. One of the best things that I ever did in the last year was joining jiu-jitsu, because when I'm not training, I feel like I'm actually hurting my teammates because I'm not there. Joining a class or something like that can put you in a social environment where you feel like you're part of a social group and that you're actually adding to that community. And these are just a few things that have really helped me. I know that coming back to something is really hard. I've fallen off the wagon so many times in the past and gotten back onto it. And in many ways, I've had an advantage because I put myself into communities that were extremely supportive, whether that was Metroflex Gym, whether that was being involved with London Real and the London Real Academy, whether that was being involved in the jiu-jitsu studio that I'm a part of. But whatever it was able to use these mental tactics to get back to where I wanted to be. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now, just understand, like I said, that every day brings with it a new opportunity. You don't have to be trapped in where you're at right now. As long as you take one step and then another and then another, you're going to be on the path to where you want to go. So I want to thank you for listening. If you got any questions for me, or if you want me to do videos on any other subjects, just email me at info@warriorsoulapparel.com or put your comments below. Also, if you want to join our free fitness newsletter, where I give free workouts out every single day on our private Facebook group and give out free nutrition advice on the newsletter, there's no catch there. Do so. I'm going to put some links up in the tags, and I'm going to put some links in the description box below. I want to wish you all a happy holiday season. I'm sorry it took a couple of weeks to get a new video up. I've been out in London and back now, and I'll get more up later this week. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.